You feel it even when you try not to. There is something about this person, this connection, that keeps pulling at something deep inside you. And no matter how many times you try to explain it away, to logic your way out of it, the feeling stays. This is not random. This is not your imagination. Psychology shows us that the human mind is extraordinarily precise when it comes to sensing genuine depth in a connection. What you are feeling right now is not just emotion running wild, it is your nervous system recognizing something real, something that matters. And what no one tells you is that this kind of recognition does not happen every day. It does not happen with every person who walks into your life. It happens with someone who has reached a frequency inside you that most people never will. Beneath the surface of every interaction you have had with this person, something has been quietly building. Something has been asking for your attention. Right now, at this very moment, it is asking you not to look away. Your heart has been sending you signals. Your body has been telling you things your mind is still trying to catch up to. And if you are watching this right now, chances are you already know there is something here you cannot afford to ignore. This connection makes you think of this person at unexpected moments. Not only when you are alone with your thoughts, not only when a song happens to carry their presence into the room, not only when you pass a place that holds some memory of them, but in the middle of conversations with other people, in the middle of a busy afternoon when your mind is supposed to be elsewhere, in a quiet moment when nothing should remind you of anything. Psychology calls this phenomenon involuntary recall, and it is one of the clearest signals your mind can send you. It means your brain has internally marked this person as significant, not because you are overthinking, not because you are imagining things, but because your mind recognizes depth that your logic has not yet fully caught up with. You are not obsessing, you are recognizing. There is a difference, and it matters more than you know. There is another sign. You feel unexpectedly safe with this person, not comfortable in the easy, surface-level way, but safe in a way that reaches somewhere deeper. The kind of safe where you believe that if you said the most honest, unfiltered version of yourself out loud, this person would not flinch. They would not pull away. That feeling does not materialize from nothing. It comes from something psychology calls attunement, the state in which two people's emotional systems find a rhythm together, a synchrony. It happens beneath the surface, often without either person consciously choosing it. When you are attuned to someone, connection does not have to be performed. It simply exists. And when you feel that kind of safety, when you feel like your realness is acceptable, even welcome, that is not a small sign. That is one of the rarest things one person can offer another. You notice yourself wanting to share things with this person, not grand gestures, not extraordinary things, small, ordinary things. A thought you had while driving, a moment of quiet you wanted someone to witness alongside you, something funny that made you immediately think of them, something that worried you that you haven't said out loud to anyone else yet. Pay close attention to that. When you want to share the ordinary texture of your life with another person, your soul is making room for them. Psychology shows us that the desire to share daily, mundane experience is a deeper indicator of genuine emotional bonding than passion, than chemistry, than anything dramatic or fleeting. Passion can be manufactured, chemistry can be performed, but the quiet wish to share an ordinary Tuesday afternoon with someone that comes only from a place of real connection, and you feel it with this person. There are silences between you and this person that feel like something, not emptiness, not awkwardness, presence. The kind of silence where no words are being spoken, and yet something is clearly being communicated. You know the difference between a silence that is uncomfortable and a silence that is full. Most people spend their entire lives never experiencing a silence that feels like companionship, that feels like two people existing in the same emotional space without needing to perform anything at all. That quality of silence cannot be forced. It cannot be manufactured between two people who are not genuinely connected. It is the product of something real. Your nervous system knows when it is safe to be still around someone. Your body knows when nothing needs to be said. Right now, your body is telling you something, and that deserves to be heard. This person says things, sometimes a single sentence, sometimes just a few quiet words, and those words land somewhere inside you that you did not know was accessible. Like they reached through the surface and touched something that had been waiting, perhaps for a long time, to be understood. That is not coincidence. That is not luck. That is what happens when two people are genuinely tuned to each other. When one person's way of seeing the world resonates with something in the other's deepest interior, you feel recognized. And being recognized by another person, truly, honestly recognized, is one of the most profound experiences a human being can have. When you find someone who sees you in that way, your entire system responds. Your walls come down quietly. Your breath changes. Your presence opens. Perhaps the clearest sign of all is the version of yourself that shows up around this person. You may have noticed it. You feel more like yourself, more present, more willing to say the true thing instead of the safe thing, more willing to feel, even when feeling is difficult. Psychology describes this as the emergence of the facilitated self, the version of us that surfaces when we are genuinely seen and accepted by another person. It is not a performance of a self. It is not the edited version you have learned to present to the world. It is the deeper one, the one that exists beneath the routine, beneath the armor, beneath all the years of learning to protect yourself. When someone draws that version of you to the surface, something significant is happening. Do not explain it away. Do not dismiss it as something ordinary. It is anything but ordinary. And then there is this, the sign you may already carry quietly in your chest, but may be afraid to fully name. This connection does not feel like something you can simply walk away from, not because you are trapped, not because you lack the ability to choose, but because something in you recognizes, beneath all the uncertainty and all the complexity, that this person and this connection are not meant to be dismissed. There is a pull that exists independently of timing, independently of circumstance, independently of everything that makes it feel complicated, and that pull is information. Your heart does not reach toward emptiness, it reaches toward meaning. When something pulls at you this persistently, this quietly, this deeply, that is not confusion, that is recognition. And recognition deserves to be honored. There is one more sign, and this one may be the quietest of all. You find yourself thinking of this person not only in moments of longing, but in moments of joy, when something beautiful happens, when something feels exactly right, when life gives you a moment that deserves to be shared with someone. In those moments, this person is the one your heart turns toward, not out of habit, not out of obligation, but because some part of you has already made them a part of your inner world. Psychology shows us that when we begin to include someone in our experience of joy, not just in pain, not just in longing, that is a sign of deep emotional attachment, the kind that is not easily undone, the kind that is quietly asking you to stop ignoring it. Right now, in this moment, something needs to be said to you clearly. You deserve a connection that is real. You deserve to feel what you feel without being ashamed of the depth of it. You deserve a person who makes you feel more like yourself, not less. Your worth is not measured by how long this has been uncertain, by how many times doubt has moved through you, or by how many questions have been left unanswered. Your worth exists independently of all of that. And this, the fact that you feel something this deep, this persistent, this honest, is not a vulnerability. It is proof of your capacity. Loving deeply was never your mistake. Feeling this fully was never your flaw. You were never too much. You were never the problem. Whatever has been unspoken between you and this person, whatever has felt unresolved or unclear, none of that is a reflection of your value. You are worthy of being someone's certainty. You are worthy of a connection that does not ask you to shrink, to wait indefinitely, or to convince anyone of what you deserve. Your heart recognized something in this person. That recognition is not nothing. It is everything. If this resonated with something real in you, if something in what you just heard felt like it was speaking directly to what you have been carrying, hit that like button and join the Psychology Wisdom family. Subscribe so the next insight finds you before you even knew you were searching for it. You are not alone in what you feel, and this community is here to remind you of that every single day.